What are the 12 things Finnish guys want in their dream woman? That's exactly what we're gonna find out today. What's up, my name is Aleksi and make sure to subscribe to get more videos about Finnish culture, lifestyle and language. We're gonna take this survey created by Ilta Sanomat and they have 12 questions about the dream woman. So let's see what we can find. And actually it says vaimo, which means your dream wife, but nevertheless, we're talking about ladies here. Kuinka pitkä unelmiesi vaimo on? How tall is the wife of your dreams? More than 185? Around 180, 70, 60, below 150. Well, I'm a tall guy, so I guess I prefer definitely taller women. I'm 194 myself, but I would go 180. Okay, and I forgot to say that the most commonly answered answer will be in green. So the ideal height of a wife for Finnish guys is 170. I guess it makes sense, to be honest. What hair color does your wife of your dreams have? Red, black, blonde, brown, or I think it's brunette. This is a good question. I think any color can be sexy. I think red is kind of cool because it's a little bit rare, but all my previous girlfriends have been brunettes. So I guess we can see a trend here. I would probably go with, I would just pick red. Okay, blondes. So Finnish guys seem to like blondes. Well, I'm not sure if it's surprising. Does the wife of your dreams like pets? I think this is going to be quite straightforward. I think Finnish people in general do like pets. Dogs are pretty common, cats. So I'm going to go yes. I also like pets, or I don't have anything against pets. And the answer is yes. Okay, good stuff. What kind of sports does your wife of your dreams do? Goes to the gym, team sports, running / walking, nothing special. Well, if you ask me, I think it's kind of boring if they don't do anything to take care of themselves in terms of exercise and sports. And I think Finnish people definitely should have more sports. That's just my hunch. But as for me, I think any sports is kind of fine as long as they're doing something, because I don't like couch potatoes. I probably gym or team sports. I think I'm gonna go team sports. Okay, walking / running. That's actually quite surprising. Kuinka usein haluaa seksiä? Now we're getting the most interesting questions. How often does she want sex? Okay, I think Finnish people are actually quite naughty. It might be a little bit surprising, but the truth is that Finns at first can be a little bit like this and delicate and very non-expressive, but once you manage to relax them and get in the mood, they can be really nasty mofos, including myself. Again, as for me, I think sex is super important. I think Finnish people in general do value sex. Like if the sex doesn't work, then the relationship might fall through. That's especially for me. And I think it also depends on what stage are you at. So if you're just starting the dating, then it's usually a little bit more passionate. But if you get married and stuff, have kids, there might be some decline to sex life. But I think sex life definitely has to be there in order to stay good there. So 1 to 3 times a week, every day, more seldom or not at all, once a month. Once a month, completely out of questions. Not at all, seldom, completely out of the question. So I think it's either 1 to 3 times a week or every day. Like at the beginning of the relationship, I would probably go with every day, but I think 1 to 3 times or maybe 1 to 6 times a week, I would probably say, oh, because I'm a nasty motherfucker, I'm just gonna go with every day. Okay, Finns, 1 to 3 times a week. Okay, that's probably something I would have expected. Do you agree with the fact that Finnish guys can get kind of naughty after you get to know them better? Let me know in the comments below. Does the wife of your dreams like children? Yes or no? Well, I think this is kind of obvious. This is no contest. Probably has to be yes. Yes, so nothing surprising there. Does the wife of your dreams drink alcohol? Very Finnish thing, because as you probably know, like Finns are, well, I wouldn't say drunk people, but they do like to drink. And as for me, if I had to choose, like, does she drink alcohol at all and does she drink a little? I would go definitely with the little, but probably I wouldn't have anything against if she didn't drink alcohol at all. I myself don't really drink that much, but I would say yes. And the Finnish people also say yes. Okay. How much the wife of your dreams makes money in a month? Around 2,000 euro, 3,000 euro, 4,000 euro, more or less? Okay, I assume that this is net salary, so after taxes. One of my goals is to build wealth and get rich, but the money itself isn't really that important. I think I see money as a tool to open opportunities in your life. Personally, I have to say that if she makes more money, I think that's a good thing because she probably does something pretty kick-ass, that she's paid well, but the money itself isn't really the thing. I hope you can understand what I'm saying. Okay, I would probably go with 3K or 4K. And of course, you can always progress in your career and make more money. I think I'm gonna say, okay, I'm just gonna put 4K. Around 3K, okay, makes sense considering Finns. Is she more spontaneous or considering? Okay, this is interesting. I personally think spontaneity is super sexy, like oh my god, like I love spontaneous girls. And I would definitely go with that, but again, this depends on what kind of life situation we are at. So for example, if you need to buy an apartment or get married or have children, those are pretty big life decisions. And I definitely don't want to make reckless decisions. So in those kind of situations, obviously you want to have someone who, you know, takes all the options into account and puts time into thinking. But I think I'm gonna go with spontaneous, because spontaneity makes always things interesting, and especially once the relationship progresses, and if you can still be spontaneous, so it kind of keeps things interesting. I'm gonna go with spontaneous. Okay, that's what Finns also like. Good stuff, Finnish guys. Is she more thinking or feeling? Very deep philosophical questions here. I think this is a little bit overlapping with the previous question. I'm just trying to find out what is the deepest, the big deal behind this question. So maybe she's always like a YOLO, she just goes with the feeling, you know, or is she more like thinking and more rational? I think I'm gonna go with rational, because I think I'm a kind of rational guy myself, and I think it's good to kind of set aside some time to think, you know, and stuff. I'm gonna go with thinking. And that's exactly what Finnish guys also think. That's great. What is the ideal body type? Okay, now we're getting to the interesting question. Pyöreähkö, I think this is more like, I guess I would chubby would be the good translation. Athletic. Sopusuhtainen, I think that's kind of like normal, I would say. And hoikka means slim. I'm just thinking what Finnish guys would go. I think Finnish guys in general would go with sopusuhtainen, it's like normal. I personally like curvy ladies. Unfortunately, there's no curvy here. Of course, if she's a little bit chubby, that's fine. But if she's clearly overweight, I don't find that particularly attractive, because that's a signal that she doesn't really take care of herself, or she might have these unhealthy habits. So I would probably go with sopusuhtainen, or like the normal, because there's no curvy option. I'm gonna go with sopusuhtainen. Again, I agree with the Finnish guys, that's pretty crazy. The most likely option that how she would spend the night with me, with the family, movies / concert, partying outside or partying, you know, out there with good friends. Personally, I like outgoing ladies, that she goes talk to the people, she's not really shy, she likes to try out new things. That's always a sexy thing. Okay, that's kind of like a no-brainer. Why would I like her to spend out partying rather than spending time with the family? I guess you need to find the perfect balance, if you ask me. And again, it depends like what kind of things you value here. Of course, if you want her to take care of the family, you know, stay at home, then obviously it's the family. But if you also want her to go out, do things, enjoy life, then I'm gonna go with the movies / concerts, because I like that we do also things together and we have our own life, you know, things we can do together. So I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, family.
I forgot to mention this in the video, but once a Finnish guy has a family, I think they will definitely take care of the family and make sure the kids are doing fine. But what I was just saying in my answer, that it's also important to have time for the relationship, and that you don't just become like parents and all the sexuality and the fun stuff with the relationship disappears.
Okay, so it seems my taste for my perfect wife is a little bit further away from what the other Finnish guys think. 6 out of 12. There's also the guys versions. What is the perfect husband for Finnish women? If you want me to make a video about that, make sure to let me in the comments below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. If you want some more pro tips on how to date Finnish guys, I made a video about that here. Check it out, and make sure to subscribe to get more Finland related videos. I'll see you next time. Moi moi!